We got Dweller Will. What's your favourite game of all time on any computer and why? Well, that's kind of been answered with what... Oh no, of all time. Then I'm going to have to refer back to them other two videos. It's got to be Dungeon Keeper. It's the best thing ever made. If you're not playing it, you're a fool. Right, we've got Switchfoot 90. Favourite comic book. Movie, even. Favourite comic book movie. It's got to be Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It blew me away, that movie did. And it's not like me to watch a movie straight away. I watched it, I went, wow. And then I said to Jo, come on, you've got to watch this. And it's not a cup of tea at all. And I've been begging and begging. She's still not watched it. But every time she goes, no, then I just disappear into this room and watch it again. I've started getting into the comic books. Because the thing is, I do like comics. And I've got a fair amount of comics. But I never had Scott Pilgrim stuff. I watched the movie and then now I've gone backwards and actually gone and picked the books up, and I really am enjoying them. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it without watching the movie, because as you're reading this, I kind of see the characters saying it and it makes more sense now. But I think if I read these first, I would have been like, this is a bit crazy. But no, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, definitely the best comic book movie. Alright, so we've got RDR Cub 3, if that is the name. Do you think 3D is another Virtual Boy? Everyone who's played it says it works well, but are you concerned with eye strain? I've not played the Virtual Boy, but I do think the 3DS is going to do well, simply because it's how big Nintendo is now. It's definitely going to do well. As for eye strain, I don't know. It's just one of these things that obviously they've tested it and they've said that it's absolutely fine, and all probably in small writing you shouldn't use it for more than so many hours. But with anything like the 360, they tested that and thought, oh well, this works fine, and then everyone got red rings of death. It can't be tested until it's been done by the mass population, and I think we will be seeing articles in the news with eye strain and damage. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I think it's one of them things, even if you test it 100 times over, once it's out in the field, it's going to come back with different results. So I think it's going to do well. I think there is going to be a few problems along the way with it, but I definitely do think it's going to be the next big thing, really. I think it is going to... I don't know if the PSP 2 is going to do as good now, because you've got best graphics and you've got 3D graphics, so I don't know how that battle's going to turn out. And to say I'm not bothered because I don't actually collect handhelds, it's going to be quite an interesting battle to watch how that pans out, so I'm not too sure really on that one. Right, we've got Craig Goins, which is, do you think this generation holds the same collectability as the past generations? Not at all. There's far too much out there now, and I feel sorry for my kids or my kids' kids who may ever one day turn around and go, you know what, my granddad, Jurassic Junker, on that old Tinterwebs, used to collect games, and if they want to try and do it now, they've got no chance. Oh, that's so rude. No, it's work. We definitely aren't looking at that. Yes, there's just too much out there, so at the moment you've got the chances. I know we like GameCube and stuff like that, it's getting harder to get a full collection because of the amounts they've got in the library, but with Xbox and PlayStation and stuff like that, you've got no chance of getting a full collection of that stuff now. And then when the next generation comes out, and the next generation after that, it's going to get bigger and bigger. We may be looking at going down the road of download content only game in the future. I bloody hope that never happens, but that's a possibility. There's so many games now on the arcade and you can only download, so how would you collect them? It's definitely not got the collectability anymore. But no, that's a good question. Right, this next one, I'm going to have to apologise to you. The Gebs 24. I ain't got a clue about this one. Your question is, in your opinion, what is the shittest game of all time? I've been racking my brains for ages about this, because I've obviously had a quick scan of the questions before recording, prep myself, and I can't answer your question. I really am lucky when it comes down to games, you know, because I don't buy that many. It may look like it now only because I've decided I am a collector and I've been going nuts, but beforehand I would only get a game a month, if that. So I always picked something that I knew was good, or I've played the demo or read the reviews, and I've never been stung by a really shit game. There's been games before where I've gone, that's not very good, but I've never actually played a shit game. I'm trying to think which is the worst game that I've played, so I can at least answer your question. I can't even pick that. I really don't know what is the worst game I've ever played. So I'm just gonna have to apologise to you. So sorry, Gemma, I can't answer your question, even though it sounded like quite an easy one. Right, we've got FGV112. What is the funniest, most randomest moment you have ever seen in a game before? I don't know, there's lots of funny things that you see, like glitches and stuff like that make you giggle. But I think one of the most funniest things was when Red Dead Redemption came out. We've been waiting for it for absolutely ages, and this stupid thing we do is when we're on Xbox Live talking to each other, we hype games up like idiots, and then when we come to play them, they're never as good as we actually thought there was going to be. But we was all talking about how Red Dead was all going to go on these horses and was going to go off into the mountains and was going to slay bears and stuff like that, and we really thought, oh, this is going to be it. And the first day when it came and we all jumped online, we got on our horses, off we went straight away. We were just looking through the maps because we didn't even know where the bears was, and was like, oh, there's a bear up in there in tall trees, we'll go up to tall trees. And we sat there and we couldn't find no bears. So we got off our horses and we were just waiting for the bears to come, and nothing. So because we sat there doing nothing, we started prattling about and was pressing like the duck button, and was making like banjo noises and stuff like that. So we was all like dancing these little characters, and we kind of just got completely sidetracked and was all just jumping over each other and being idiots. And this bear just come from nowhere, and that was it. There was just bodies flying everywhere. We was all screaming, going, "Fucking bear!" And it was just very. To anyone who's watching now is going, that don't sound funny, mate. But when you was there, we forgot that we was in bear country, and we got butchered by this gigantic bear. It just absolutely made us all laugh. That's got to be one of the most random things I've actually ever had in a game before. Like I say, you've got the glitches and you've got people's heads coming off and stuff like that, and they are obviously more random. But to me, that's got to be the funniest moment I've had in gaming. But it don't sound it, does it? I'm not even convinced that that's the funniest, but when I laughed, it did hurt to the point I was nearly sick. Moving on. Are you related, this is from Super Lucas Brothers, or Bros even. Are you related to that guy from Gadget Show? It's just the head, the glasses, and the passion for gaming. Coincidence? I think not. I think you're referring to Jason Bradbury from the Gadget Show. Of course you're referring to the guy from the Gadget Show, hence you saying the Gadget Show. No, I am not Jason Bradbury, but I did go to some space place. I can't remember, it was like a NASA space museum or something like that, and as I got there, my mate was running around prattling about, and this girl come up to me and she just went, "Are you that guy from the Gadget Show?" and tried to get my signature, and like a prat I should have said yes and signed it, but no, I just kind of went red and ran off. So you're not the only person who's actually said that, but thank you very much for pointing out again. Cheers. Right, we've got CS Scanlan or Scanian, I don't know if it's an I or an L. Have you ever got your bike back, or are you getting a new one? At the moment, I've got my dad's on loan and it's working absolutely fine because, like I say, I'm 7 minutes down the road from work and it does the job. At the moment, I can't afford one. I don't really want to get one because I've got my dad's bike, but I was looking at some photos the other day, and it was some photos I'd taken of because I go out for really long bike rides and do some geocaching in the summer, and I looked at some old photos of last year and I was like, when this starts getting sunny, I'm just going to have that need to leave the house and go on a massive bike ride, and when it comes down to it, I want a decent bike. So at the moment I've got one, but I may need to purchase a better one when the sun starts hitting my face. Right, we've got the last two now, so you're nearly there, don't worry. We've got Zebra 2, which is, what's your favourite thing to snack on while you're gaming? Also, what is it with the Monster Munch stuff? I don't know what you're on about with Monster Munch. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, unless you're just talking about us British folk. And if that's the case, Monster Munch is just some gigantic, beautiful crisps. They come in the best flavours ever made. They really are good, but they are terrible gaming snacks because you just have greasy hands at the end of it. My favourite snack, actually, still leaves you a bit greasy, is got to be toast. I love toast. I've even had a website named after toast. My alter ego name used to be Man Toast. I love toast. Toast is great. I can't say anything better about Toast. So if I'm sat gaming and I've just dropped the hint to Joe and gone, well, I'm a bit hungry, dog, and then I'll carry on playing, if a plate of Toast appears at the side of me, I'm the happiest gamer on Xbox Live. So it's got to be Toast. Right, cheers for that one. Xfile 2708. How did the YouTube username even come about? Well, it took absolutely ages because I just didn't want to have a number at the end of a name. Not like it's a problem, anyone's got a name, but I can be incredibly anal sometimes. I've got these weird things that I have to do, and one of them is I had to just get a name without a number on it. And I was looking for 8-bit Tom and all these different things, and it was all taken. And I was in bed for absolutely ages. I even got Joe on board saying, what the hell am I going to call myself? And I had a t-shirt on it, and it said Joystick Junkie or something like that across my t-shirt. And I kind of just looked down, and Joe says, well, Junkie's a good word. And I was like, yeah, we'll use Junker. And then she just says, what's your favourite movie? And I just went, Jurassic Park. And that was it. Jurassic Junkie was born. So that's exactly where it came from, and that's the answer to your question. I'm losing it. I've got to get this last one done and then just go and sleep for a bit. Right, the last one. With your money you have been saving from stopping smoking, what's the first game treat that you're going to buy yourself? Oh, that's easy. It's got to be Broken Sword. Broken Sword you can get for around about 5-6 quid, 7, 8 depending on the condition. And I don't know why I've not brought it myself yet, but I think it's one of them ones, because I know you can pick up PlayStation games for around £1. Obviously, better the title, you pay a bit more. And I don't know why I've always looked at Broken Sword on eBay going, I'm not willing to pay that just yet. But as like you said, it's going to be money for a treat. I'm definitely going to pick Broken Sword. It's my favourite point-and-click game ever. It's the first PlayStation 1 game I ever got, and it was sadly purchased by my mum and dad without a memory card. So yes, I played Broken Sword about 10 times until I gave up and put my hand in my own pocket and ran off to Toys R Us and got a memory card. But no, it's an absolutely beautiful game. I should stop being a stingy twat and just buy it in the first place, but like you say, I need to treat myself, so I'm definitely going to pick up a Broken Sword. And that is all the questions. I apologise for everyone through that. It took longer than I expected. It should have been done 2 days ago, but I got pissed and fell asleep. So I just want to apologise and I hope you all enjoyed it. What I wanted to say is I'm going to try now and stop doing so much stuff on YT Gaming. Not that I'm going to stop doing stuff, it's just that I spend all my time on that and I've stopped watching your videos, and at the end of the day it is all about you people. I appreciate everyone watching these videos and I just want to return the favour. So for the next week I'm just going to try and go in, and I've got like 200 video backlog at the moment, but I'm going to go through it all and try and get everything in, all commented on all your videos. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and give me a few days and hopefully I'll have everything of yours watched as well. Cheers guys, bye.